It is always a great pleasure and honor for me to be among the gathering to inaugurate this important conference, whose theme is Unleashing Agricultural Potential for Improved Nutrition and Health. My ministry, the Ministry of Agriculture, Irrigation and Water Development, in conjunction with the International Food Policy Research Institute, IFPRI, have been working very hard to get this conference organized. I thank you. The main objective of the conference is to inform, to influence, and to catalyze action by key stakeholders to better use investments in agriculture in order to sustainably reduce malnutrition and ill health for vulnerable people in the country. In other words, the conference is working towards setting the center stage for players to work together in coming up with lasting strategies of unleashing the potential of agriculture for improved nutrition and health in Malawi, and not just to eradicate hunger. As already highlighted by the previous speakers for me, ladies and gentlemen, this conference aims at domesticating the recommendations that were drawn from an international workshop that was held in New Delhi, in India in February this year. Malawi is indeed, as stated already, the first country in the world to organize a similar workshop at the local level. The other interesting thing is that the conference is timely for Malawi, as the country is in the process of implementing various strategies in these three sectors: agriculture, health, and nutrition, and beyond, in order to meet the targets of the Millennium Development Goals, MDGs, by the year 2015. The Malawi Growth, that's another strategy, the Malawi Growth and Development Strategy, and targets at the sector level, that's at the agriculture level. Some of these strategies include the strategy for prevention and control of macronutrients malnutrition. The other one is to prevent the National Nutrition Education Communication Strategy, and the agriculture sector-wide approach, S1, and the scaling up nutrition, just to mention a few. All these parties were actively involved in the planning process for these strategies and will implement them in a collaborative manner. As such, the conference we're holding today and tomorrow will thus catalyze the collaboration between agriculture, health, and nutrition sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, with special reference to the scaling up nutrition, the agriculture sector falls in each of the three broad areas of initiative. These are food security for all, which is in line with the food security policy. Second, nutrition-focused development, which is, in essence, our gathering here today and tomorrow. Third, nutrition-specific intervention, which have also been incorporated in S1. It is therefore clear that the sector is key indeed, as committed by the scaling up of nutrition agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a fact that there exist strong linkages amongst these three sectors, agriculture, health, and nutrition, in the country, as evidenced by sector policies that talk to each other as such as the sectors such as food and nutrition security policies, the SWAP, and the overarching policy for the government of Malawi, the Malawi Growth and Development Strategy, MGDS. As a way of harnessing the thrust of these respective policies and strategies, A number of committees were deliberately put in place and are represented by members from the three sectors. These include the Information System Committee, the Food Security Policy and Programs Committee, and the Nutrition Committee, among the others. Such fora, ladies and gentlemen, give the stakeholders opportunities to plan and execute their activities in a harmonious and sustainable manner without creating any overlaps. But perhaps, as a country, we have not yet exhausted the potential of agriculture to improve people's nutrition as well as their health. Nevertheless, I don't think this outstanding issue is a mammoth task for Malawi, since we already have existing structures for such initiatives on the ground. What needs to be done is simply to rejuvenate the existing linkages for better outcomes. The agriculture sector, therefore, needs to ensure food and nutrition security in this country, as well as generate incomes that can be spent by people, including farmers, on health care, in addition to other uses. In turn, this will enhance productivity of Malawian people, hence food and nutrition security. It is therefore clear that strong linkages in these three sectors are integral to Malawi's economic growth and should therefore be achieved and maintained at all costs. I have confidence that our interaction in the course of the 2 days will unfold tangible ways of bringing out the best approaches that can sustainably achieve this desirable goal. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go any further, let me inform you of one of the major successes of my ministry in the recent past. Almost all of you, or almost all of us present here, are aware that Malawi has been realizing food surpluses since the 2005-2006 agriculture season, owing to the Farm Input Subsidy Program, FISP. This is mainly due to the sound leadership of His Excellency Professor Bingu Mutharika, President of the Republic of Malawi. His sound leadership has created a conducive environment for various stakeholder participation in the agriculture sector and beyond. Ever since he came into power, the country has realized maize surpluses, sometimes up to 1.3 million metric tons. However, even if this is the case, ladies and gentlemen, about 41% of the children in Malawi are stunted. We have heard about that already from my previous speakers here. There are high infant and under 5 mortality rates and high maternal mortality rates. This is partly due to poor diets that are easily accessible by the majority of the people in the country. The diet for the country is unfortunately dominated by cereals, primarily maize, fruits, and to some extent bananas that are starchy. It is for this reason that the Ministry of Agriculture, Irrigation and Water Development has put in place deliberate policies to promote dietary diversification, agricultural diversification, and dietary improvement for vulnerable gender categories. The Ministry implements a number of activities, including campaigns to teach farmers of the 6 food groups that are the main sources of dietary diversity. During the campaigns, issues of food safety during food processing, storage, and utilization are emphasized to the farmers in an effort to improve their nutrition status. To complement this, farmers are encouraged to diversify their food production, including rearing of small stock that are affordable, e.g. rabbits, goats, and poultry, as good sources of the food values that are needed by the body. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in addition, my ministry encourages research in commodities that are rich in nutrient values. In this regard, I am happy to report that 2 of our research stations have been working tirelessly in coming up with crop varieties that are rich in macronutrients. Technically, this is biofortification, which is more sustainable. For instance, Vungwe Research Station, there in the south, is working on a tomato variety that is rich in vitamin A, while Chiteze Research Station nearby here is working on beans that are rich in zinc and iron. In recognition of the fact that there is need to upscale these initiatives in order to have an adequate coverage of beneficiaries in the future, the ministry has highlighted agriculture and dietary diversification as one of the priority areas of the sector in the agriculture sector-wide approach, SWAP, which is the sector's medium-term investment plan. This clearly shows that agriculture is in support of the linkages that are at the center of this conference. The sector has brought all those players to work together in order to achieve a Malawi that is free of malnutrition and is of good health. However, as already pointed out earlier, perhaps the sort of involvement has not been that concrete enough to enable the agriculture sector to respond to issues of nutrition and health adequately. But that is why we are looking to this conference. I am relieved that one of the expected outcomes of this conference is to suggest best approaches of strengthening the linkages of agriculture, health, and nutrition. I therefore urge all the participants to actively participate in this conference and bring forward your ideas in trying to unleash the potential of agriculture for improved nutrition and health in this country. With these few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I now have the honor of declaring this conference officially open and wish you all the best in your deliberations. Thank you and God bless you.